What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and again with another Skyrim video. Today however, we're going to be talking about the 10 best heavy armor. Do note that this is only for the special edition and not the anniversary edition. Although I might plan doing a separate video including all the armors from all the game versions of Skyrim. So do stay tuned for that. Starting off with number 10, we have the improved Bonemold armor. Now you might be thinking, whoa, armor made out of gold, that's pretty good. But no, this is not made out of gold. It is instead made out of bone, but it just looks like gold. Nonetheless, whatever it is, I personally think that this armor looks pretty good. And not only that, being in the top 10, it is a very good armor and it is one that I would recommend for a player who is, well, playing Skyrim, who is in the mid-game. Of course, not the best armor, but very good. And even though it is made out of bone, it can still tank out a lot of hits. No doubt, this armor is actually pretty good, but it is not the type of armor that I would be using all the way out through the end game. Because although it is pretty good, it is still not the best. So for you out there looking for a good set of armor through the mid-game, this is a pretty good set to pick up. Plus you won't find it anywhere apart from Stalhrim. So basically you'd be the only one wearing it in all of Skyrim. Next up at number 9, we have heavy Chitin armor. Now I know it says heavy in the name, but don't let that fool you. Because this is actually one of the lighter heavy armor sets in Skyrim. And also one of the weirder looking ones. Personally, I am not a huge fan of the way this armor looks. It looks like a freaking bug and I am not a fan of bugs or insects. So I would completely pass out on this armor set. But if you like bugs or insects, then this is definitely the armor for you. Right from the eyes to the plates and even the color of the armor, it resembles a bug. Anyways, that aside, this armor is actually pretty good. It does not really look that sturdy, but again, looks can be deceiving. Because this armor is actually pretty good and it can, well, take up or soak up a lot of hits. Anyways, I guess that is about it for the Chitin heavy armor. Let's now move on to number 8. Next up at number 8, we have an armor set that actually looks pretty good. An armor set that we have all seen before, or something that closely resembles it, whether be it in other games or even movies. And that set is the Stalhrim Armor. Honestly, it is just a classical piece of armor. It looks like it was made in the olden times. I mean, it is. It just looks like an armor that a knight might wear. Honestly, one of the better looking sets in the game and also one of my favorites. And the best part is you can easily find this armor everywhere in Skyrim, be it from looting corpses, looting chests, making it yourself, or even buying it from, well, a lot of vendors in Skyrim. Honestly, a pretty good, a pretty solid armor set. Nothing much else to say apart from very good. Next up at number 7, we have the legendary Blades armor. So if you don't know anything about the Blades, they're, let's say, a faction in Skyrim in the olden times that used to hunt and kill a lot of dragons. And from that we do understand that the Blades were pretty powerful back then. Now, however, there are none or only a few left. But it is not too late. You can still actually revive the Blades and make them a formidable faction again. Or group, I don't know. It does come at a cost though. Anyways, moving on. The armor is again one of the best looking armors in the game. It has a sort of a Japanese theme to it and I really like that. It looks more of like a samurai, so yeah. And on top of that, the color scheme is very good. It has a blend of black, silver, smoke and a little bit of blue in it. Honestly, a set I would not mind wearing all throughout my Skyrim playthrough. Honestly, again, not much to say, a pretty good armor set. It can take a lot of hits, it looks pretty good, and it is quite unique, meaning that there won't be anyone else in Skyrim wearing the Blades armor. So, pretty good. Next up at number 6, we have an ugly one. Yes, I said an ugly one. And that is the Orcish Armor set. So the Orcish Armor set, as quoted by the gods of Skyrim, it is ugly and strong, just like the one who made them. Which roughly translates to it is a very good set. It can tank a whole lot of damage, but it is rather ugly, to be honest. Just like the orcs. They're strong, they're big, but they are very ugly. Anyways, apart from that though, the armor is pretty good. Like I said earlier, it's very strong, which means that you can take a lot of hits. And I'd say that it is easily found in Skyrim, because it is scattered all throughout Skyrim, be it in chests or bodies, and of course vendors. So to sum it up, it is a very good armor set. It has a lot of armor, it is easily found, and it is quite big and bulky. And that's honestly about it when it comes to the Orcish Armor. Anyways, moving on to number 5, we have a fan favorite, and that is Ebony Armor. Honestly speaking, Ebony Armor is one of the best armors in Skyrim. And not only that, but it actually looks pretty good. It is a fully black armor, almost fully black. You can say smoke. But nonetheless, it actually looks pretty good, and it also makes you look like a dark knight. And on top of that, it is a very strong piece of armor, which means that you can easily take a lot of hits before going down. And thankfully it is an armor set which is easily accessible to you, because you can easily find it all over Skyrim. And not only that, but you usually also get it as a reward for completing a few quests. So getting your hands on Ebony Armor is quite easy, if I do say so myself. So all in all, not much to say about Ebony Armor. It is one of the best armors in the game. It can easily take you to the end game. And not only that, but it also looks pretty good. You can find it anywhere you go. And of course you can make it yourself. And honestly speaking, the only bad thing about Ebony Armor is that it is big and bulky. And that's quite it. And with that, we are done with Ebony Armor, and let's move on to the next one. Alright, now on to number 4. And honestly speaking, I don't think that you guys would have thought that this armor set would be in the top 4. And well, at number 4 we have the Falmer Heavy Armor. Yes, that's right, Falmer, and one of the best armor sets in Skyrim. That doesn't really go well, does it? But nonetheless, it is one of the best in Skyrim, and also it is also one of the ugliest armor sets in Skyrim. It looks just like a Falmer and a Taurus, and that is to be expected, right? But yes, I am not joking, this set is actually pretty good. It tanks a whole lot of damage, like a whole lot. And also it is quite hard to find this armor set. And that is because you cannot craft it, and you cannot find it in normal Falmer enemies. This armor is only found after defeating a very high level Falmer enemy. And trust me when I say this, but there are not that many around, to be honest. But nonetheless, even though you can't craft it and it is very hard to find, you can still upgrade it and make it better. So that's pretty good. So all in all, one of the best armors in Skyrim. It is very hard to find. You can still upgrade it though. And of course, it does look pretty ugly, but at the same time pretty menacing. So I'd say a good combination for one of the best sets in Skyrim. And with that, on to the top 3. And well, at number 3 we have an armor set that you would have thought would be number 1, but it's in fact number 3. And that armor set is Dragonplate Armor. Honestly, I am just as surprised at you that armor made from dragon bones is number 3. I mean, dragons being fearsome, strong and pretty cool looking doesn't equate to, well, its bone being the hardest in Skyrim. But nonetheless, it is still a very good and very strong armor to make in Skyrim. Strong enough to take you very easily into the late game and the end of Skyrim, and easy enough to make because there are dragons flying around everywhere. It does look pretty good. Some would say it is a little bit too bulky, but I think it looks pretty good. And honestly, this set is just a set worth getting because no one out there in Skyrim is gonna be wearing Dragonplate armor except you. So it'll be like you're special in a way. But nonetheless, that is about it when it comes to Dragonplate Armor. A very good piece of armor and also very good looking at that. Now on to number 2. And at number 2 we have Stalhrim Armor. An armor that is cold as ice but warm as the sun, I guess. I'm not sure, I'm just saying it just because it looks like ice and it has a lot of fur on it. Anyways, Stalhrim Armor, one of the harder sets to get in Skyrim, and of course it does look pretty good, and well, being number 2, it is very good. So yes, Stalhrim Armor is quite hard to get, not because you can't buy it anywhere, but before it even becomes an option to buy, you would have to complete a quest in Stalhrim. And then only you can start mining Stalhrim and even buy it from a few vendors in Stalhrim. Anyways, that is about it for Stalhrim Armor. It is a very good armor set and a very unique looking one at that. A very deserving number 2 spot, so very good Stalhrim Armor. And now we come to number 1, the best armor set in Skyrim. And that crown goes to, well, you've already guessed it, Daedric Armor. Honestly, again, one of the best looking sets in all of Skyrim. Honestly, I think it is the best in my opinion. It looks pretty cool and pretty menacing at that. And the way that this armor set just soaks up the hits is just incredible. Honestly, after equipping a full set of Daedric Armor, I feel like the game just becomes very easy. That's how good Daedric Armor is. Anyways, if you are actually planning to get one for yourself, it is not quite that easy to find. First of all, if you want to find it out in the wild, you'd have to be at least level 50. Second of all, it is very rare to find even after all of that. Next, you need to have a level of at least 90 in smithing to unlock the Daedric Armor smithing perk. And that's not the hard part. The hardest part is collecting the ingredients needed to make Daedric Armor. And one of those ingredients do happen to be a Daedra heart, which, if you know, are very hard to find in Skyrim. So good luck collecting that. Because in order to make a full set of Daedric Armor including the shield, you would need a whopping 144 hearts to do so. And honestly speaking, that is why this is the best armor set in all of Skyrim. It is very hard to find. You cannot buy it anywhere else apart from Dremora merchants. And on top of that, making it is very time consuming. But at the end of the day, it is worth it if I do say so myself. And well, with that, I guess we come to the end of the video. Daedric Armor being the best of the best in Skyrim. And honestly, I think we all saw that, right? So yeah. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. Leave a like, leave a comment down in the comment section and subscribe to the channel. It will really help me out a ton. And of course, if you would like seeing more videos like this, do let me know and stay tuned for the next one.